The surface has good bounce. The batters might enjoy the carry, but sometimes one ball can surprise you with that extra lift.
These players will be taking the field today. Both teams look balanced and eager to perform. Welcome everyone to this wonderful venue. We have the umpires walking out with the new ball in their hand. Openers walking in and the crowd cheering in anticipation. Pace bowler into the attack. The bowler has the new ball. We're all set to go for the first ball of the innings. That's hit hard. That's hit for 6. That's a great shot. Bowlers can actually get extra bounce by bowling cutters on this pitch. Good pickup shot this. Has that gone for a 6? Yes, it has. Beauty from the bowler, zips past the edge. The batsman should watch the ball closely and get in line at the ball. That's a good shot from the batsman. Wasn't the best ball though. The crowd is enjoying every bit of this action. That's hit hard. That's hit for 6. That's a great shot. He's very lucky to get away with that one. That's skillful bowling. That was a moral victory for the bowler. That is glorious. Perfect timing and placement. This must be hurting the captain. He needs his bowler to be more disciplined with his lines. Now that looks handsome. It certainly is a huge 6. There is a little bit on the surface for the bowlers. It's also good for batting. Picked and deposited out of the park for a 6. That's a clean strike. I know he's a fierce competitor and doesn't shy away from a challenge, but that is just crossing the line, I think. Wow, that is extraordinary. That's a magnificent hit for a 6. It's a full house here, and what an atmosphere we've had for this match. Carved away through the gap for 4. That is smart batting. The crowd is enjoying every bit of this action. Good pickup shot this. Has that gone for a 6? Yes, it has. These two gentlemen have played really well and have been finding the gaps at will. Important partnership this. That's hit hard. That's hit for 6. That's a great shot. That was a stunning shot. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman for a maximum. Well, he has to bowl that one again. Looks like he enjoys pace on the ball. Looks more confident when there's space on the ball. Picked and deposited out of the park for a 6. That's a clean strike. That's a 6. The power is extraordinary. Well, that's a massive 6. Made a cracking sound of the bat. Wonderful 50 and the crowd applauds. He's growing in stature as well in this innings. Shouts of catch it, but nobody will. That's 6 runs. Spinner brought into the attack. And the batting power play comes to an end. Good pickup shot this. Has that gone for a six? Yes, it has. Very well struck. Nobody's going to catch that unless in the crowd. Dazzling batting by this duo. The captain needs to come up with a plan to break this partnership. But it seems like the bowler prefers to bowl from this end. Good pickup shot this. Has that gone for a six? Yes, it has. And that's a very well played 50, a solid innings. Well, that's close. The bowler thinks he's out. But the umpire says not out. And he decides not to take the review. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman for a maximum. Well bowled, that's a Jaffa. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman. Good stop. Saved a certain boundary. Very well played. Just working on the field where the gaps are. Superman stuff. Jump, push and catch. We have seen it all today.
हेलो, होला, बॉन्जूर। जी हाँ, मैंने आपको 3 भाषाओं में हेलो बोला। थैंक्स टू माय फ्रेंड डुओ। डुओलिंगो एक फ्री लैंग्वेज लर्निंग ऐप है जहाँ पे आप इंग्लिश, स्पेनिश, जर्मन के अलावा और भी कई सारी लैंग्वेज सीख सकते हैं, वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री में। मैं काफ़ी टाइम से खुद डुओलिंगो पे फ्रेंच सीख रहा हूँ और मैं आपको बता दूँ ये बहुत ही इंटरेक्टिव और एंगेजिंग तरीके से आपको लैंग्वेज सिखाता है, बिल्कुल किसी गेम की तरह। बस दिन के कुछ मिनट देने होते हैं आपको और आप बन जाओगे लैंग्वेज एक्सपर्ट। तो डुओलिंगो को अभी डाउनलोड करो और एक नई लैंग्वेज सीखो और भूलना मत, ये बिल्कुल फ्री है।
That's hit hard. That's hit for 6. That's a great shot. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. Good shot for a single. Wow, that is extraordinary. That's a magnificent hit for a 6. That's a 6. The power is extraordinary. That's hit hard. That's hit for 6. That's a great shot. Very well struck. Nobody's going to catch that unless in the crowd. Dazzling batting by this duo. The captain needs to come up with a plan to break this partnership. Oh, well bowled, a ripper. No ball called. Batsman all set to cash in on this free hit. Oh, that's hit him. Got into an awkward position there. Well, the captain has been very smart with his bowling changes. Wonderful sound of the bat, and that's a 6. Oh, he's lost that one. That's huge. In the air. Taken by the fielder. Good catch.
हेलो, होला, बॉन्जूर। जी हाँ, मैंने आपको 3 भाषाओं में हेलो बोला, थैंक्स टू माय फ्रेंड डुओ। डुओलिंगो एक फ्री लैंग्वेज लर्निंग ऐप है जहाँ पे आप इंग्लिश, स्पेनिश, जर्मन के अलावा और भी कई सारी लैंग्वेज सीख सकते हैं, वो भी बिल्कुल फ्री में। मैं काफ़ी टाइम से खुद डुओलिंगो पे फ्रेंच सीख रहा हूँ और मैं आपको बता दूँ, ये बहुत ही इंटरेक्टिव और एंगेजिंग तरीके से आपको लैंग्वेज सिखाता है, बिल्कुल किसी गेम की तरह। बस दिन के कुछ मिनट देने होते हैं आपको और आप बन जाओगे लैंग्वेज एक्सपर्ट। तो डुओलिंगो को अभी डाउनलोड करो और एक नई लैंग्वेज सीखो, और भूलना मत, ये बिल्कुल फ्री है।
Blade casual. Blade casual.
Your wardrobe refreshes with trending styles faster than I can refresh my feed. But kaise?
With freshly found on Myntra. See, for everything you heart online, you can just add the cart on Myntra.
Ooh, one app with everything trending?
Yeah.
I love it. Can I double tap this?
Of course.
Good shot for a single. Picked and deposited out of the park for a 6. That's a clean strike. No ball called. No chance for any fielder to cut that off. Get ready for the free hit now. Bang! That's powerfully struck by the batsman for a maximum. He has hit that exactly where he wanted to. It'll be interesting to see what pace he'll bowl at. Good bowling, it beats him all ends up. Tell you what, that previous delivery must be playing in the batsman's head. Good shot for a single. Slim pickings at the moment. The batsmen need to up the gear a bit. Oh, that's good. Not good if you're a batsman. Oh, he's launched that one. That's huge. That was a stunning shot. Well, that's a massive six. Made a cracking sound at the bat. This has been a high-class century. He has looked so confident throughout the innings. Bowlers need to bowl tighter lines to him. They have to make sure it's not a daddy 100. Oh, that's picked up and straight into the crowd for a six. Dazzling batting by this duo. The captain needs to come up with a plan to break this partnership. Spinner brought back from the other end. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. That's a good shot from the batsman. Wasn't the best ball though. There it is, special innings from the batsman. Crowd on their feet to cheer the moment. It looks in good batting form. Yeah, that's very close, very close. The umpire thinks otherwise. And he decides not to take the review. Beautiful bowling, hitting the right legs. Batsman losing his concentration there. Wonderful sound of the bat, and that's a six. But it seems like the bowler prefers to bowl from this end. Well, the batsman sees that one early, gets into a great position, got it from the meat of the bat. Spinner back. I think that's a good move. Oh, that's found the edge of the bat. Good delivery. Very important to keep wickets in hand, because in the death overs, they'll have that security. But that's going to be for all right. Sweet timing. Good aggressive intent shown by the batsman. Tremendous hit this. That's a crowd catcher. That's a six. Very well struck. Nobody's going to catch that unless in the crowd. Oh, he's clubbed that for a six. That's a great hit. Excellent dive. Superb reflexes. That could well be the catch of the match. Looks frustrated as he takes a long walk back to the pavilion. That was fantastic piece of bowling. Good shot for a single. Good game awareness. He was covering the throw well. Shouts of catch it, but nobody will. That's 6 runs. Fantastic batting, that great execution. Oh, well bowled, a ripper. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. That's fiery from the bowler. Last ball coming up. Wonderful sound of the bat, and that's a six. End of the first inning won't be long before we resume this thrilling contest. The fielding side looks warmed up and ready to go. Pace bowler into the attack.
Get fragrance collections and more delivered to your doorstep on Instamart.
Pace bowler now into the attack.